Hallelujah, Good afternoon and welcome to the fourth match of the Under-17 Girls Series in the AFL Pacific Cup for 2024, the first AFL Pacific Cup. This is a cracker of a game. The two winners from this morning's matches, the Papua New Guinea Kurakums up against the Nauru Angels. It was about this time yesterday that we had a lightning storm around Maroochydore and play had to be called off for the day. There's lightning in the greater Sunshine Coast area, but we think it's going to miss us. There is a thunderstorm predicted for this general area. Hopefully that will come at the very least after this match is finished. Bit of confusion as to what's going on in the middle of the field, but no, Papua New Guinea earlier today had a good win over Tonga. There were parts of the game where Tonga were on top, but they withstood that, and they were generally just a bit classier around the ball. Similar story with Nauru and their win over Fiji first up today. That was way back at 10 o'clock over, well, 6.5 hours ago. The Nauruans dominated the first half, were under the pump in the third quarter, but were able to withstand that and ended up dominating at the end of the game as well. The live chat is open. Sebastian, hello to you too. Thank you for joining us. Mac, I'm sure the Papua New Guinea girls are going to make you proud today as they did this morning. If you missed this morning's game, it is on YouTube for as long as YouTube exists. So enjoy this game, then you can go back and watch that one. I've not been able to get an update on the Papuan number 9, Margaret Kaneke, who was injured late in the first game. So hopefully we'll see her in this game today. I'm just looking out for her and not able to get the information as yet. So this game just delayed by a couple of minutes, but nothing too dangerous. 12-minute quarters we're playing today. It was supposed to be 15 minutes, but it's been reduced to 12 because we've had to crunch all the games in today. My name is Daniel Viles, and my plan, as long as I don't get sick or anything, is to be with you for the whole tournament, for the under-17s and then for the women's games over the next week. Women's football is my home. I've been commentating the Queensland women's competition for the past 4 years. Hello, Vanessa. Your coach in lay, Macklin, Oriana and Malin. And Oriana was brilliant this morning, kicking 3 goals. And she has an amazing left foot. Diesel, you are welcome every day. We're underway. The clash of the undefeated teams. No one really, that's a big bump. No one really able to get control of the ball early. Flavia Tulei putting a bump on early. I must say the Nauruan Angels kit is very reminiscent of a basketball outfit. And sometimes the skills would suggest that they know their way around a basketball court as well. So Papua New Guinea with the free kick just behind centre. Jinking run, well played. They go route one straight through the middle. Unable to hold the mark. Spills out the near side towards Jasmine Leslie. Squirts out the side. Attempted a one-handed pickup. I think that's Cecilia Cafatoro. Kicks it away. In fact, it was Hendingdale from Lay, who was outstanding. He kicked a 48-metre goal this morning. You'd be proud of that one, Vanessa. Nauru playing it out from right back pocket. The handball to no one inside. There's Kaneke. So good to see her on the field. Back out towards Tashi Yohang. She was under a bit of pressure. In fact, that was, Sago Lily Redfern. At the back, actually at the front now, Heka Kewa gets the handball inside. Releases the run of Vanua. Off the ground, it's across the face. And that'll be out for a boundary throw-in. But a very impressive start from the Papua New Guinea Kurakums. The under-19 teams of these two nations came to the Gold Coast last year, and I was privileged to commentate that game where Nauru managed to win both matches, the under-17 girls and boys, and they played with great energy that day. And no small amount of skill. Nauru kind of got the hit out. At the back is Topi. She's brought to ground. Just another ball up. Always nice when the tallest player on the ground is the umpire. Falls out the back to Tamakin. Wilma Tamakin. Her clearing kick only went as far as Marlon Kinnock. A 15-year-old from Port Moresby. Inside 50, not particularly well. That's a superb running mark. Read that early. And Margaret Kaneke, who has a player wide, looks for her, just overcooks it. The intended target was Oriana Waraningi, not able to hold on. Sorry, not able to get in the right position. Now, okay, she was just getting, the umpire was just getting Waraningi back to required distance. Two Nauruans in each other's way, in the form of Julia and Hafiz. Play nearly breaking down just on the Nauruan side of the 50. They're able to get a rebound. Good shepherding and good tackle evading. Nauru, they were finding a way through, and then it was picked up by Macklin Hendingau rather. I'll get it right. Centering kick gives the Nauruans something to chase. As Esther Tamaki got it forward and it was turned over straight away. Good step. Hendingau again. She's been busy today. Pumped forward by, I thought it was Menke, it wasn't. Good work at the back. Laura Lomai scored in the earlier game, now moved to fullback. While it looks like, oh, bit of a crunch as Topi hit the ground. Fierce tackling, and was that over the shoulder? I believe it's a Papuan free kick, just as the hands were a little bit high from Esther Tamaki. So the free kick on the right-hand side. Didn't find any of the targets, managed to bounce through them. Kicks to a contest. The Papuans had the numbers. Well played by the Kurakums. Bouncing away from Jasmine Leslie. Kicked away again. Not a mark because didn't go 15. Always got to play the whistle. Plays on through the middle of the ground. Gets it up towards Maya Rataya. She's tackled on the 50. That didn't quite look like a hand pass out of there, but it's been able to be picked up by Immaculate Tay. And happy birthday to her for yesterday, turned 16. And her teammate Hekakawa turns 15 tomorrow. There's Nauru on the attack. Out in the pocket towards Itaia. Gets a shot away. Misses to the near side, but that's the opening score. And perhaps surprisingly, after Papua New Guinea's early dominance, it's the Angels who get a minor lead. This is the Maroochydore Multi-Sports Complex. There are 20 netball courts behind that goal, and on a Saturday here in winter, you'll have 3 football games and 20 netball games happening all at once. Good mark low down from Tay. And she kicked that without a shoe. Kaneke fumbles, but had a player in support. Good work on the ground from Jasmine Leslie. Papua New Guinea able to pump it forward. No, there's been a whistle, so it will come back. Nearly halfway through this first term. The free kick comes back to Brianna Hubert. We've had a good game this morning. Got way too close to the player on the mark, and that was brave play from Kaneke to get the charge down. Hasn't quite worked, but they have slowed the play down. Leslie's been very involved in this match. Hubert again, this time charged down by Kinnock. I suppose the lesson there for Nauru is to make sure that when you get a free kick, don't just go 2 steps back from the player at the mark, go 5 or 6. You've got the whole field there. Papua New Guinea's defence shut it down superbly, mainly through Jasmine Leslie. And yes, that was touched first by a player who didn't nominate in the ruck. So free kick to Papua New Guinea, pushed out by Joy Uraliu. They've got it forward. Will be kicked forward by Malin Topi. Kick to a 1-on-2. Maybe should have waited a little bit to pick the target out. Tinella Saroa, who's played a bit in Townsville, semi-cleared. Papua New Guinea back in possession until Saroa says, no, I'll have a second go at that. Did well, but kicked it straight away to Hendingau. Goes for, oh, nearly the most relaxed, beautiful mark you've ever seen. And Saroa Takes her third mark in about a minute. And did well to find a teammate in Jambarufo in the middle. Sorry, I've looked at the wrong team list. I don't have a number 25. If you know number 25 for Nauru, please let me know, because she's not on the team sheet. Nauru pumping it forward. They're up to centre half forward. Good work to come across from Rihanna Hafiz. Shows a lot of pace in the front third. Menke scored twice earlier today. As there's the boot from earlier that needs to be reattached to a player. Looking to run out is Flavia Tulai. As a wrestling match breaks out at right half forward for the Nauruans, who have been very much on top in the last 5 minutes or so. Every time it's gone back into the defensive area, Tinella Saroa has said no, it's going back that way. Back to Teabulge, out on the full. So a free kick to the Papuans, and the Kurakums will have a chance to clear from left half-back. The wind today has been inconsistent. At this stage, it's mainly a cross breeze blowing back towards the camera. There's a minor advantage to the left of screen, so Nauru have done superbly to keep the ball in their attacking zone. Athletic effort from Tulai. Got it deeper, pumped out. Couldn't find the target of Leslie. As Brianna Hubert was flung to ground, able to get a handball away to Hafiz. Looping handball. Just not quite able to connect. The Papua New Guineans, I thought that might have been over the shoulder. Play's been allowed to continue, possibly an advantage. Bit of tunnel ball indulged in from Zira Jura. Bit of plastic blows across the ground because Australia is littered and the Sunshine Coast is better than most places. Kaneke at the bottom, working with Livoni. Saroa's come a long way up the ground. Papuans with a chance, just couldn't get the ball, needed to be quick. And Malin Topi was brave, just not quite able to get to the ball. Kaneke sweeps at the back. The Papuans created the opportunity through having the numbers, and that is a good forward pass to Elvina Vanua. They've got numbers forward, they've got an overlap. She needed to go then, gives it to Kaneke, who probably has a longer kick. It's gone to a 1-on-2, nearly found the mark anyway. Warrenigi on an angle, and that was the breeze. You can see how it's blowing back towards the camera. A hat-trick earlier today. She's levelled the scores in this match. Maybe had a bit more time than she thought. Reed, I don't understand your question. Are they real? Yes, the players are real. Might need to be a bit more specific. Nauru, that's beautiful handballing out from the defence. That's the influence of the academy. The bounce wasn't great, and running into Hendingal is never going to work. Back inside 50, gets the skid on. Now, what did this touch last? Yes, it touched the Papuan hand. The player who bent down to get the ball touched it on the way through, so that's why it's only a minor score. But Hendingal showed that she is electric. Support for Nauru on the chat from Eapon Grundler. I notice there are two Grundlers in the boys' side. Chris, I think you're on the money. Are they really good? Well read. So Papua, the Kurakums, leading the Angels 2 points to 1. Only about 30 seconds left in this quarter. Last opportunity for either side. That was spectacular. Nauru will clear. It will need a string of possession. Hendingal, who's been superb in the midfield. Good mark taken. This is an opportunity. We know that Oriana has a long kick. If she judges the breeze, this could be magnificent. It's got the distance, way off target, and in the end it's out on the full. No score. The quarter time siren will sound in a moment. No goals in this first quarter, but I think you can see the quality of the players on show. At quarter time, Papua New Guinea 2 behinds, leading Nauru 1 behind. We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll be back very shortly. You don't go anywhere with you. Welcome back to the extremely real, non-video AFL Pacific Cup Under-17 Girls Tournament at Maroochydore. An entertaining and yet goalless first quarter, but with Papua New Guinea scoring 2 behinds to 1. Vanessa on the chat, very confident in her Papua New Guinea girls, and particularly her lay contingent. You can be very, very proud of their work. They've been outstanding. Hey, upon and Ben, thank you for your contributions. Still keeping an eye on the weather radar. It looks like the lightning's going to miss us. And for what it's worth, the convention we have in Australia, as the boot is put back on Marlon Kinnock, is that as long as the game reaches half-time, whatever the score is stands. If the game has to be abandoned before half-time, then the score is wiped and it's considered a draw. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because on what we've seen so far, with all due respect to Fiji and Tonga, this looks like the game that will decide the Under-17 Girls Championship. But we've still got 36 minutes of football to play. Papua New Guinea running to the right of your screen, Nauru to the left. The hit out taken by Hubert. Clearance rather. Good work at the back, just a bit of a push off the ball from Topi. And Hubert providing an option at the back. She gets the first inside 50 of the quarter and puts it on the chest of Ataya. And a 50-metre penalty. She had the mark, the umpire called the mark, and for whatever reason, maybe the Papua New Guinean defender didn't hear it or didn't think that what was being called was a mark. Now she has to move out of it. She's not allowed to stand there. The umpire's about to tell her to get out of the way. And so the free kick goes to Maya Itaya. It's a low kick. It wasn't pretty, but it is a goal. And within the first minute of the second quarter, Nauru is on the board. They've taken the lead, 1-1-7. So unfortunately, the replay wasn't able to go back to the free kick. We'll just have another look at the set shot, though. It's almost soccer style, kicked it with the instep. But it doesn't matter how they're scored, as long as they're on the board. And so Maya Itaya plays for Assassina, just 15. Been very impressive in this tournament so far. Playing on the ball, that looked like Hendingale in the middle. Nauru moving forward again. That's a good mark taken under pressure by Edna Dagiago. Got close to the mark, but was able to get around Hafiz, the defensive mark. And they've generally done that well today, the Papuans, being able to turn the ball over at halfback. They'll keep it, well, they were trying to keep it wide, but the wind blew it back into the centre of the field. And Hubert has about her 4th disposal for the quarter. Not quite able to clear the centre. They've turned it over. Good work in the middle from Uraliu. And the work on the ground is fierce. That'll be cleared. And a good forward mark taken. That's by Vagelo, who scored in the earlier game. Just a bit of the fumbles. Needed to get it to her on the full. So it's messy ball inside 50. Defence from Tsitsi. Sorry, not from Tsitsi, from Osembo. And that was an unusual tackling technique and may have even given away the free for high contact. So Nasain Belka just a little bit overzealous. And Nauru with the chance to take a big lead. The player on the mark was on the right place. Yes, I thought it might have been called back. The set shot is low and gave a good opportunity for Lomai to take it in defence. Outside of the boot from Tay. That's excellent from Menke. 2 goals in the first match. The second top scorer in this competition, behind Oriana Waranangi, has a chance to level that particular tally here. I don't think there's an award, but there's certainly bragging rights. So Menke in the right forward pocket. Goes for the banana. Excellent defence from Lomai. That looks more like rugby in front of the behind post. I think it's been called a throw. No, the whistle was on the other field. Menke with the second shot. That's a goal. She had so little to work with, baby girl Menke. And Nauru has its second goal of the quarter. So we go back to the first shot she had. And maybe at that point, Lomai had to rush it through. But it goes back, that handball, Menke didn't get it right with the first shot, definitely got it right with the second. She has her third goal of the tournament, draws level at the top of the goal scoring charts that I just made up. So work to do for the Fijians, as you can see the effect of the wind. Hubert's been outstanding in the middle of the park. Strong tackle from Hendingale. And Hubert just picks it up again. Plays it right. We're outnumbered in the contest, but followed up well. That may have been in the back. No, play's allowed to continue. You can hear whistles from the boys' field over in the background. Picked up air swing from Tulai. Second opportunity, back through the centre square. Comes all the way through to Topi. Strong tackle. That was from Aremwe, Evangeline Aremwe. And suddenly they have numbers in the middle of the field. What they didn't have was control. Joram coming the other way, didn't get ahead over the ball. So the free kick will stay with the Kurakums. And specifically, Joy Uraliu. Plays out wide, comes to the right-hand side. Finds the run of, I think that's Leslie, it's Nos, it's Vanua. Sells the candy well. Did everything well except kick the ball. Managed to keep it in the field of play. Clever. Knocks it back in, didn't really have a teammate in space. Good work to get over the ball. Nauru in possession, and the double effort from Tamali Tsitsi was superb. Sanua, sorry, not Saroa. Working well at the back. And an athletic mark. I hope someone got a photo of that, of Madeline Hendingale. Deep inside 50. They need something. Couldn't find the target. That's taken defence by Daral Dag. It just seems to be cramping up a little. Temperatures dropped to about 23, 24 degrees at the moment. And there is a bit of a wind chill factor. Nauru looking to play out of their defensive zone. Hits turf. Off the boot of Jura. Not Jura, Esther Tamaki. And yes, the free kick comes back. The tackle was successful. Bagaggio needs to be careful. You don't bump a player who's already won a free kick. It comes back to calls of Maki Maki. Kick swings away from the opponent. Good charging onto it from Topi. Deep inside the 50, but it was a 2-on-1 to Nauru. They were well positioned. And Detud DePaul can be very happy with that. Picked up behind by Kinnock. Just not able to control it. Knocking it back into space, but pushed back by Rihanna Hafiz, who's been full of energy today. Thank you, Soriano, for your support for Nauru. Inside 50, not able to hold on was Lavoni. And Nauru, oh, that was a big throw. That was almost like the basketball outfits that they're wearing. Basketball-looking outfits. Hendingale got too close to the player on the mark. It spells out, fortunately. Kaneki back inside 50. That was an interesting attempt at the mark from Vanua. Nauru is attacking the ball harder than Papua New Guinea at the moment. It's dropped by Yancy Ika, who I think I referred to as Saroa a few times in the first quarter, and I need to apologise for that. It's Yancy Ika who's been brilliant in the Nauru defence, and she now has a free kick. A 15-year-old from the Panzeress, well, it is a Panzeress, the Panzer Club. Lovely. I've really been enjoying the play of Maki. It's a long-range shot, and a boundary throw-in's not a bad result. And there comes a time where you just do need to go for the long shot and not worry about the long passes in this high wind. So Papua New Guinea's still very much on the attack. There are 5 minutes left, 3 minutes left in this quarter. This is important for Uroleu. Kaneke at the back provides a shepherd for a teammate, ending up providing it to herself. PNG with more numbers around the ball. Topi on the ground, and then the numbers for Nauru arrived. Charging onto it beautifully was Kinnock. The handball to Kaneke. Kaneke with a bit of time and space. It just came off the wrong part of the boot. So Papua New Guinea, the Kurakums with their third behind. Kaneke was carried off at the end of the first game of today, so it's so good to see her out there charging around. Just wasn't able to finish off. But they've been dominating territory for the last 4 or 5 minutes or so. Some good work ahead allowed the fullback to run out. Kaneke dropped the mark, then wrestled for the ball. Redfern coughed it up. Hendingale, good defensive mark, not paid by Deradag, who's been excellent defence all day. Back in from Hendingale to a 2-on-none. Plays on. That's the... Oh! Teresa Moreira did everything right except kick the ball through the posts. A costly miss for the Kurakums. Off the chest, they haven't cleared yet. Still 80 seconds left in this quarter. Kaneke with the handball over the top. Gets a second opportunity. May have drawn some high contact from Redfern. Play allowed to continue. Cleared by Nauru. That's good running effort from Vanua. Vanua inside, starting to trig some passes together until it was cut off. That could be out on the full. Either way, with the lasso rule, it's a free kick to Papua New Guinea. They've got 50 seconds to create something. 2 opportunities missed in the last couple of minutes. A bit of time wasted, unfortunately, by Vanua. Needed to give the ball back to Tay fairly quickly. She's allowed to play on. Finds a target in Hendingale. 27 seconds left. That's a good, intelligent pass. Went through to Warrenengi. Warrenengi gives herself a second chance. Top of the boot. Needs a mark. Over the back. Off the outside of the boot. This could go through. Towed through at the end. No idea in the end if it came off Cecilia Cafatoro or Teresa Moreira. But either way, they've been able to find it through, and that is no less. The siren will sound in a moment. So the halftime score will be 1-4-10 to 1-7-13. But we can see the pressure in front of goal. And I think in the end, I'm going to give that to Moreira. I think she was the one who got her foot to it. But the work before that was done by Laura Lomai. 3-point lead to Nauru. Second half underway in this match, which has been played in very good spirits. Sad to say the boys' match on the far side, not so. And Chris Ginder's all over that on the other stream. I recommend just stay here, find out about that later. Because right now, we've got a cracker of a game. Thank you for your comments on the live stream, particularly seeing the interplay between coaches. Ben, where did I go? I need a break. I've been talking all day. I mean, I like talking, but let's get on with it. Nauru by 3 points. Ruck contest has no real winner. Yeah, Malin Torpy just pulled off the ball, got a head over the ball, and then suddenly found herself flying. No, got to bring that back. It's got to be the correct player who takes the free kick in those situations. So all the way back we go. To Torpy. It's a good kick out wide, but it is turned over. Nauru driving forward towards the southern end of the ground. They've turned it over. That's a good clearing kick on the non-preferred foot. But again, the work of Brianna Hubert to clean up around midfield has been superb. Pumped back inside 50 by Wilma Tamakin. The defensive mark was awesome by Heka Kewa, who began this game in the forwards but has moved back. Cleaned up by Kaneke. The counter-attack is on from the Kurakums. And I think that, yes, the free kick's been paid downtown, as we call it, because the kicker, after Kaneke kicked that ball, she was, flattened. Jonathan, the Flames are right in this game as they've got a mark through Warreningi at centre half forward. She's got a long boot into the goal square. The mark is dropped, but it should be an easy score. And I believe that is a second goal for Teresa Morea. It has been called so. Let's have another look. So Kaneke moved forward with the downtown free kick. It went to Oriana Warreningi. Now the players could have chosen to just block it and let this go through. Actually, it was off target, so the work was strong from Laura Lomai and then finished off by Teresa Morea. And Papua New Guinea have the lead for, I think, the first time in the match. Players just need to get back into position. So look, I don't want to draw attention to the negative, but essentially in the boys' game there was a brawl. And only in the 4th minute, the umpires called quarter time, and a player from each side has been sent off and the game will continue. So that's all I'll say on that, because as I say, these players have travelled a long way and I do not want to focus on the negative. Warreningi, deep inside 50 to a one-on-one contest, beats everyone, well cleaned up at the back, but only as far as Warreningi. She gets a look at goal. Warreningi, 4th goal of the tournament. And Papua New Guinea go bang bang to begin the 3rd quarter. Out of the middle, hoisted high. It looked like Nauru may have cleaned up the opportunity at this point, but Warreningi just sweated on the loose ball. Not her sweetest kick, but she had an acre to kick the ball into, and she took great advantage. What a tournament she's having. In the middle, Hubert again. I've loved her play today. Deep inside 50. Outnumbered in the contest, but it fell fortuitously back to, might have been Vanua. And then wonderful work coming the other way. And with a chance to counter-attack, Kaneke didn't really have anyone further forward, so needed to slow things down. The handball was a little bit weak to Kafatoro. Back to Kaneke. She can even handball on her knees. What can't she do? A little unfortunate slip from Tamakin. And that'll just be a ball up, about 60 metres out from goal. Yeah, unfortunately, just the slip from Tamakin, and then she, well, was tackled, but it was never going to be comfortable. Aurelia in the ruck, did what she was supposed to do, and then found an opponent. Through the arms, nearly cleaned up by Macklin. Menke, handballed forward. Menke again, she's so clean on the ground. That looked like high contact, so baby girl Menke will have a free kick about 55 out from goal. Ben, thank you for the encouragement. I have ambitions, but right now I'm enjoying where I am. Inside 50. The mark is paid, and quite rightly so. That's to Bonnie Thelma, who scored earlier today. Inside to Menke, just a fumble at the wrong time, and drew the high contact. That was fortunate. I don't think Kafatoto could have done much wrong. Could have done much better on that occasion. That's why I'm not on Fox. But baby girl Menke, kick from the 50, probably into the wind, so goes for the shorter option. Nearly put it on a dime, and they still haven't cleared. Few fumbles for the Kurakums in their own defensive zone. They've scored the only 2 goals in this quarter. Nauru need to hit back, and they've got a massive opportunity. And once again, Macklin Hendengale thumps it out. Releases Warrenengi. Has time for one bounce. Well, I call it a bounce. Looking to shoot from about 45. We know she's got the distance. Warrenengi just off target. Good tackle. Now, is that a free kick? Because she definitely had prior opportunity, and the free kick has been paid to Bonnie Thelma. It's a very tight angle. Ben, I agree, that was a terrible blunder. Thelma. Back to Kaneke. No one on the mark. Kaneke can play on. Margaret Kaneke is off target. 9 points becomes 10. These players are producing their best. The athleticism is high quality. The football skills are improving as you watch them. And this third quarter has been extremely entertaining. Turned over. Shot on goal, that's gone through. Papua New Guinea, the Kurakums have their third of the quarter. So after Kaneke's behind, the kick out needed to find a teammate. It instead fell to a 50-50. I'll need some help with the goal scorer. I think it was Tinella Saroa, but if you happen to know it wasn't, please let me know on the chat. Just wasn't able to get a good look at the number. So back live. So I think it was Saroa, but I'm happy to be corrected. But Papua New Guinea pulling away in this third quarter. There is a slight wind advantage, and they are using it expertly. But Nauru have shown they can play well into the wind. That was beautiful from Hubert to get it back to Dagiago. Nauru inside 50, outnumbered, maybe just a player or two short in the forward 50, but they put pressure on the disposal. Tea Bulge worked well back, but the one-woman effort of Nasein Bolka was superb until she kicked in danger. So the free kick comes back inside to number 25, who was the one Nauruan player I don't have. On the edge of the 50, legitimate hands in the back, or was it? There's been a whistle about 5 seconds ago. And it is a Nauruan Papuan free kick, but about 20 metres to the right of there. So they'll need a bus pass to, we call it a go-kart in this part of the world. The umpire, okay, I think he's decided to cut his losses, and we'll just take the free kick from left half back. Was looking for Kafatoto, didn't find her. But they're working their way up the left. More gold jerseys than black, red and gold. And able to play out, but it has been turned over. Uraliu kicks it forward. Beat Lomai. Oh, was that a kick in danger? Lomai's going to walk into goal. And this will be interesting to watch on the replay. Daradag is arguing that the ball was kicked out from underneath her hand, and I think that's exactly how the umpire's calling it. So that goal won't count. And I think Daradag had an absolutely legitimate claim there in saying that the ball was kicked out from under my hand, and the umpire caught it. So we have the right result. But that is not to discount how good the Papuan counter-attack was. The Kurakums, Dominic Wario can be very proud of the way this team's playing. So they have a chance to clear. Not the greatest kick out, but it has found a teammate. Yeah, I would have called play on in that instance, but the mark's been called and the umpire can only call what he sees. Ben, I'm not sure if you're saying that kicking the ball in danger was wrong or the decision was wrong, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt either way. Hendingale thumps it forward by fist. Tackle's broken. We've got 70 seconds left in this quarter. I think Saroa might have just tripped over her own feet there. There was a bit of a push. No, I apologise. Saroa wins the free kick. Went tumbling. Needs to go over to the right where her teammates are. Well, that's one way of doing it, kicking off the right side of the boot. Good handball across. Hendingale. Hendingale from a long way out. She's got it! That's a legitimate goal. And Muckling Hendingale, not quite as long range as her goal in the first match was, but just as entertaining. And for the first time in this tournament, a team has kicked 4 goals in a quarter. And against the other winner from this morning, the Papua New Guinea Kurakums can be so proud of their performance in this match. Unfortunately, I missed the replay. So sorry for not replaying that point for you. If you're on YouTube, if you hit the left side of the screen twice quickly, just double tap it, it'll go back 10 seconds. So maybe during the 3/4 time break, you can give yourself the replay that I failed to give you. I was too busy waxing lyrical about Macklin. Vanessa's probably airborne at the moment. So at the 3/4 time break, Papua New Guinea, 4 goals in the quarter. I'll put a summary on the chat. Leading this match by 22 points over Nauru. 1 quarter left in this high quality fixture. had 15 quarters of very entertaining football here at the Maroochydore Multisports Complex. Number 2 oval today. And there's nothing second-rate about the number 2 oval. Look at it, it's immaculate. Number 16 coming. Nauru just taking their time. They will be told to hurry up, although I understand why Detuit DePaul is taking a little bit longer with them. Before that quarter, we had not had more than 2 goals scored in one quarter by any one team. Papua New Guinea just put 4 on the board. Teresa Morea scored. Oriana Waraningi gathered just inside the 50. Ran about 10 metres forward and then shot from 30. Tinella Saroa, and I think it was her who scored, sorry for not being certain, turned over a kick in from about 30 metres out. And then Macklin Hendingau, who I think has been the best on ground today, mainly for her work in midfield, was able to get a goal towards the end. They kept it in their forward half for most of the quarter. Nauru had a couple of forward entries. And Vanessa, I think screaming your soul out with your family is absolutely the right reaction to the way that the Kurakums played. And I know you've got a particular interest in 3 or 4 of them. But that was just good football for anyone who loves Aussie rules. And for those of us in Australia, I love many sports. I love Australian rules football, but it doesn't have that regular international edge to it that a lot of other sports have. And so to see a tournament like this just warms the heart. There's Nauru appeared to be 1 short, so they've not got their full complement on the field. Now, the X factor in this game is the wind. And you'll see from those flags in the background, it's mainly blowing towards the camera, but a little bit to the left. So what advantage there is, Nauru might be able to use. Willem Atamakin gets the first clearance forward. Some good work at the back, some fast work from Nasein Bolka. Off the hands, that'll be a boundary throw-in. Unfortunately, Ben, I've been so engrossed in this game, I don't have an update on the boys' game. There is another live stream happening concurrently with Chris Yin taking care of that result. But I believe it's half-time. But Nauru on the attack. Punt forward inside 50. Just a bit of ill communication. Maybe that hand wasn't needed from Wendy Teabulge. Hendingau again, getting involved and turning it around. The kick wasn't great, but everything before it was wonderful. Turned around, Jenica Joram got it forward to baby girl Menke. Onto the 50. That is brilliant from Menke and taken by Esther Tamaki. There seems to be an advantage to that northern end at the left of your screen. Long kick from Tamaki. It's off target. Boundary throw-in, not a bad result. Important for Nauru was that high contact. I think it started below the shoulders, so the umpires allowed it to play on. Fierce defence from the Kurakums. Hubert sweating. Hubert get her hands on the ball now. Was immediately beset upon by guess who? Macklin Hendingau. All the way back to Menke since we moved back into the midfield. Jinking, wrapped up. Farapomai wasn't going to take any nonsense. The Kurakums with the numbers. Spills out wide to Topi. Again, moved well, didn't kick as well. Towards Menke. Hendingau again. I'll just keep saying her name and we'll get on with it. Mark not paid, rightly so. Vagelo plays on. Vagelo with a fair kick. Comes out the back to Deradag, who's just a very good defender. Oh, thinking we have when a player gets hit in the head in Australia, we call that a falcon. Now, maybe a free kick. No, allowed to play on. Good interception. That was Wilma Tamakin, who's been excellent for Nauru today. Hendingau charging onto it. She can score from here. We know she's got the distance. Towards the goal square. Good work from Deradag. She's given a bit of space. The handball wasn't great, still managed to get it back. She has magnets in her hands. Around the back goes Kafatoto, across the face, boundary throwing. Nauru started very energetically. There's been some very good play by the Angels today. They have scored 2 goals. But the Kurakums, I think, are just full of confidence at the moment and full of skill. And the 2 Nauruan players got in each other's way, and it was the player who didn't nominate who touched the ball, so they've given away a free kick just through a slightly bizarre set of circumstances. So Waraningi, who can score from much further away than this, will have a shot that's probably easy by her standards. Got too close to the player on the mark, and Tama can take a bow. She pumps it away. Big chance for Nauru. Weren't able to turn it into a big counter-attack as Uraliu took the mark. But excellent work by Tamakin. She's done some good things in both games today. Pushed forward by Kafatoto. Tried to knock it forward. Edna Dageago got in the way. Dageago still working. Tried to handball to a teammate. Now the boundary umpires called that lasso. How deliberate was it? Well, it's going to be a free kick to the Kurakums. Which is an ant, by the way, and I'm told you eat it, and the idea is to bite it before it bites you, because it can sting. I'm going to learn. The kick came in from Mai. Forward. Somehow stayed in. And again, Daradag, well, she ran well. The kick wasn't as good. Jeremiah trying to get rid of it. Dagiago, no. The tackle came before she could release it. And the free kick will come back to Laura Lomai. And when you're 22 points up with only 7 minutes to go, you may as well just go for it. Scoops it. It'll need a mark in the goal square. Hits the ground. Deradag got in the way again. Tangled in the feet. I think they were going for a pushover try at one point. And they've been able to clear it. In fact, they've been able to win a free kick in the back pocket. Superb defence from Nauru. They got bodies in the way. They made sure that the Kurakums never had a clean shot on goal. So the teams have a day off tomorrow in terms of match play. There are activities planned, I'm told, before they return for their third and final game on Sunday. At 3 o'clock, Nauru versus Tonga. And at 4:30, this is Queensland time, Fiji versus Papua New Guinea. Menke. That's brilliant from Menke. Evaded 2 tackles and wasn't really favoured to break either of them. Hendingao. And well taken by Vagelo, who plays on, has a clean shot at goal, came off the outside of the boot. Minor score, which is actually the first point of this quarter. It's probably not really much difference between 22-point lead and a 23-point lead. We'll see Nauru's fighting spirit. Excellent attempt at an overhead mark. Hendingao again. Shot comes in, not the cleanest shot, and that'll miss everything. So the Kurakums haven't given Vanessa quite as much to scream about in this fourth quarter, but they are on the attack. But Nauru's defence has been dogged. Comes back out to Vagelo. Went for the banana kick, I like it. Not taken by Kafatoto, but gives herself a second opportunity. Centres the ball, just needs a clean kick. They've got it. And that is Lomai. The goals just keep coming for the Papua New Guinea Kurakums. It took them a while to find space. That attempt at a kick from Vagelo was fantastic. Thought there'd be an opportunity here for Kawhatoro, and then in the end, Lomai, who started the day in defence, just 15 years old, was able to put it through. So she has her first for the match. And her second for the day. So about 3.5 minutes remaining. Nauru, if anything, have probably dominated the centre clearances. It's normally between the centre and half forward where they've turned the ball over. Hendingale's been magnificent. If I was the coach of a Quaffle W team, I'd be trying to get her down here and putting in a tackle. Now an opportunity for Nauru. Fumbled forward, but into space. Maybe just balked with that excellent work on the ground to cause the turnover. Macklin. Good change of direction by Oriana. Won't quite make it inside 50. Just getting in the way of each other in the ruins. Vagelo got boot to ball under a lot of pressure. Jenny Jeremiah ducked under one free kick, then handed the ball into a teammate. Stolen, turned around, and yet another goal. I believe that's Lomai again. But they just never gave up the contest, just kept pushing it forward by whatever means. Even there, the desperation to get boot to ball. Put Jeremiah under pressure, watched it pop out the back. And the celebration was well earned. And Papua New Guinea's score in this match, it's the highest score any team's made in one game today. 7 goals is the most by any one team today. I think they came into this match knowing that Nauru was the team to beat, and they've brought their absolute best. And that woman, Hendingale, I want to see more of her. Into forward 50 again, Lomai looking for a quick hat trick. Derudag out to Dagaggio. Good work from Nauru. They've got a minute and a half to see if they can put something on the board. Menke pushes forward. They have numbers. Hubert went for a bounce. Maybe shouldn't have. The ground's a bit soft and wet. There was a lot of rain here last night. Excellent work at the back from Tulai. Inside. Hendingale again. I wish we had stats for this game. She must be up to about 25 possessions in a game which is half the length of a normal game. Good work turning the ball over. We're in the final minute. Just the footy fan in me would like to see Nauru finish with a flourish. Papua New Guinea have given us plenty of highlights today. Tamakin's been excellent for the Nauruans. Kicked into the mark. Maybe that was a tired kick from Esther Tamaki. Tackling pressure to the end from the Kurakums. They're going to run out winners, probably by 35 points. Plenty of energy to the end. I wish I'd kept the count on Hendingale. Maybe go back and watch the replay and we'll count how many times she kicks and handballs. It's been a best on ground performance. All the way through to Vanua. The free kick, the kick from Wananingi won't count. It probably went through. But it's full time. Papua New Guinea, 7-6-48. Has defeated Nauru 2-1-13. I think I said 2-3-13 before. Apologies for that. Goals galore. Goals galore. I'll put the final score and goal kickers in the chat if I get time. Otherwise, it'll be on social media. Thank you for your company throughout this match. Thank you for enjoying the chat. Thank you for the coaching you've done of these wonderful players. It's just been a superb exhibition. We're back. It's just been a superb exhibition of the best football that the young women that the Pacific nations can provide. But it's a 35-point victory to the Papua New Guinea Kurakums. Congratulations to them. The Nauru Angels, they can be proud. They'll be back. Vanessa is content. I think that's an understatement. You're allowed to be excited. But thanks for your company. From Maroochydore, we'll see you on Sunday, but for now, it's goodbye.